So guys, in my quest to have the biggest, baddest collection of nitros on YouTube, I feel a need of all the stuff I have. I need a GigaCrusher DF, which is the dual force, which is the twin engine. So I found this guy on Marketplace about 6 months ago, and she was there. She had the kick-ass air cleaner. She had the twin 26s in her. Fairly complete, but she was missing the mufflers and the tanks. And without the mufflers and the tanks, well, it's kind of a pain in the ass. One of the things that made this thing so unique is this thing came out in 2003, and there was two models. You had the DF, which was your dual force, and your SF, which was single force. Your single force was available as a ready to run. Your dual force twin, those were kits. You had to build those things. So in 6 months, the only thing I've been able to source for this thing is the front roll bar, which was missing, and a couple of random air filter pieces, which I don't really need because, well guys, my air filter is very complete. When I got this thing, the guy gave me this Kyosho Perfex controller, but once I popped it open, she's got a high-tech 3-channel, but she does have high-tech servos in her. So, but I don't have a high-tech transmitter, so, you know, not gonna happen. So yeah, guys, you know I'm a fly guy, so we're going to Fly Sky. So guys, in my quest to find mufflers and tanks for this thing, I found some Venom couplers, and I just started playing with some random-ass mufflers. And I've got HBI mufflers, small block dynamite mufflers, small block HSP mufflers. I went through this bin of mufflers, and I also went through this entire bin of tanks. And I'll be honest with you guys, nothing really works. Guys, my only real reference material is this, what is this, October of 04 RC Car Action Magazine. I downloaded the instructions off the Kyosho website, and I've got some really grainy video. That was the actual release video from Kyosho back in 2004. Not showing me much. So guys, in the collection is the twin Truckzilla. We got the Hot Bodies twin GTX2. We have 4 all-in of the Opta twin Titans. I've got the Schumacher-Matic with the twin small blocks, so it's kind of important to me to have this GigaCrusher to complete the set, because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that those are the only available factory twins. Hey, this guy's back. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna do the unthinkable. I'm gonna crack out that brand new GigaCrusher DF kit, and we're gonna poach the parts out of it. But we got a little bit of stuff we gotta get out of the way first. Now, the fun part about this is that TerraCrusher's brand new, but that box is trash. But that's why everything's leaning, and it's all gonna be moved. But give me a couple minutes, guys. Let me go peel this thing out. You guys, look, my leaning tower held. Soon, guys, soon we'll get the XL out. And this thing, oh, God, I want to play with this thing so bad, but I've already got an 8.0 out. And this is the LST2 gas. But let's get back out there and get back to focus on our GigaCrusher. Guys, there it is, the GigaCrusher, loaded with twin 26 engines, 4-wheel drive system with a 3-speed. And you want to see something sad? Tease me. That is the exhaust, and I need to borrow out of this kit. But the cool thing about this is, it may seem like sacrilege, but the exhaust is in a bag with a part number, so at least it'll give me a part number to search, because one day I'll replace the parts that I have in this thing, and we will build this thing on the channel. But let me get you set up on a tripod and show you what's in this kit. All right, guys, and fair warning on this thing, this kit has been opened. This came out of the Ricardo collection in Orlando, and I wound up buying it from this guy, Logan Muniz of L&M Hobbies. Now, one thing Ricardo was notorious for, he liked to open these boxes and he would creep the instructions out of them to read them, and then he would lose them. But when he did this, he crept the instructions, and also he lost the sticker kit. Now, I've been back to Ricardo's house 4 times looking for this sticker kit, and nope, but it is what it is. So I've had this thing out already. I've had some fun with it to see what it was all about. But basically, you got your tires. These are your tire foams. Yeah, you have to make your own tire foams. You got the clear body with the pre-cut hole for the air cleaner. This one is unpeeled. The gold, the tanks. We need the tanks. That's the biggest thing we need. And we also, oh guys, look at that. Look. And not just that, guys. We have 2 GS26s, brand new in the bag. And for some reason, this one has an extra pull starter. So I don't know whether Ricardo added that or what that's all about, but we do have 3 pull starters all together. So guys, these are your 3 component boxes, and what we're hunting for here is we are looking for the mufflers, the couplers, and the tailpipes. All right, sweet. So there is our muffler bag. So there's our tailpipes, our mufflers, our couplers. I'm not exactly sure where these plates are, but again, we have instructions, so we've got that. And on my Kyosho, guys, you know what that is. That is the 3-speed. And this is going to be, this is the transmission. And the reason this one has a transmission versus like a regular USA 1 or a Mad Force is you have reverse in here. Yes, guys, this thing does have reverse. Let's get that out of the way. And also, check it out. There's your air filter, your entire contents of the air filter. Your roll bar, your radio box, your battery box. Let's see what's in this one, because I also noticed we're missing the throttle linkage. I'm going to try to do this where I can get everything back in the boxes they come out of. So this is going to be steering knuckles, drive shafts, C-hubs. This is your shock bag, hardware bag with your cross wrench and a bunch of little hardware. Linkage bag and screw bag. We're going to need this, guys. We're going to borrow the throttle linkage out of this thing. So let's separate that. Let me get that stuff out of the way and go to the last box. And guys, the last hardware box. Whoa. So, skid plates and bumpers. Chassis plates. Control arms. More plastics. And looks like diff housings. Bulkheads. Engine mounts, transmission mounts. You guys listen, the point of this video, by the end of the day, that GigaCrusher is going to be on radio, tires on the ground. Alright guys, so tanks, mounts. I found the mounts in the number 4 bag, which were kind of cool, because without these, you ain't going to work. But guys, check this out. So look how close this thing is to a Traxxas tank. But it is never going to work, as a Traxxas tank is like literally just that much so long. And I got the instructions to the muffler as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put the tanks together, which is kind of funny because it's held in by 2 3x8mm screws and only 1 4x10 through the bottom, which is going to go through the chassis plate. But let me get those things put together, guys. I'll be right back. So the tank's just a couple 8mm or 6mm screws hold the bracket of the tank, and it's only held on by one of these 2 screws. You just kind of, let me flip it up here so you guys can see it. It just kind of rides the frame rail. You line it up, and this one's calling for a 4mm screw. And just like that, we have one tank. Let me go ahead and put the other tank on. And guys, just like that, we have twin tanks. Now the instructions are showing outlet to the front left side, outlet to the rear on the right side. So let's go ahead and get to these mufflers. Now in the muffler bag, we got a couple extra things, not much. We're just gonna go ahead and dump this stuff out. So what you got is you got your rubber exhaust tips, which is your outlets. These are actually motor mount plates, so we're going to put these off to the side. We're going to keep these with the kits. This is your rear exhaust hanger, which goes on the rear bulkhead, and you just kind of sit your tailpipes in like that. So let me go and get these mufflers built, guys. I'll be right back. And guys, these mufflers are super, super, super easy to build. Take your rear, drop an O-ring on there. Center your O-ring, make sure everything's nice and seated. Drop a collar on it. Put some screws in. Alright guys, I'm going to pop these together and I'll be right back. Alright guys, the mufflers are built. Pressure ports are in, which are just a little O-ring on a brass fitting for your pressure port for your exhaust. So the instructions are saying clear tube on the front. Don't know if we're going to have to trim these, but we're not going to put any clamps on them until we figure that out. And then it's saying take your exhaust tips, take your adapter, slide her in, and again this is going to be held in with a tie wrap. We're not going to tie wrap, we're just going to get them in. And then basically this piece just kind of goes on the end. All right, let me do the other one, guys. All right, guys, so there's our installed dual exhaust. Pressure nipples at roughly like the 11 o'clock position as per the instructions. The tips are on. So next thing we got to do, guys, we got to plumb it. There's my instructions. I don't think I'm going to film that because, well, who wants to see me put a bunch of silicone hose on a couple tanks? All right, guys, so the next step is radio. We're going to do this kind of backwards because I got a hump pack for it. We're going to put that one in the middle. Fly sky for the win. So we got channel 3. It's going to be reverse. We're getting rid of this whole high tech, guys. I can't with the high tech. Not going to. All right, guys, so battery's pretty easy on this. The instructions say use a 4 AA's or use a hump pack. I'm going to go with a hump pack, and you just kind of fold it up, stick it in the right side pod. Kyosho. Kyosho to the top. Hey, it's prettier, plus there's a notch to clear one little screw in there. And just give her a couple body clips. Now these clips were in this truck when I got it, so the assumption is these are the original Kyoshos. Okay, we got that done. Compressor came on, but I went in and stripped out the receiver. Got all my channels in the way they were plugged in, not saying they're right. Turn it on. Do I have, oh, I got to actually plug it into the receiver. We're going to go channel 6 on that one, guys, because, well, any available channel is a good power channel. Cool. You guys can see that. Flashing light. Switch off. Turn on your flash guy. So Kong is 18. We are running out of models, and this is transmitter 8. It's going to be time. Okay, GT5. Okay, you're on that channel. Turn it off. Turn your radio back on. Bind button. So after that, some of these new flash guys have been picky. If you don't pull the bind plug out, you got to rebind them real quick. So we got steering. I hear throttle doing something. Now steering is kind of funny. So you go into your model, go over to reverse. Channel 1 is channel 1 to turn. Click it, normal, reverse, back. Now we're steering right and left in the right direction. So let's turn this thing around. Give you guys, we still have to build some throttle linkage for this thing. I'm going to go ahead and take the air filter, just get it out of the way for right now. But throttle linkage goes through the bottom of the chassis and comes through this bell crank. So it looks like we are going in the right direction. Okay, now channel 3 is reverse. It's working, but because we don't have any power going through it, we don't know where that's going to be forward or reverse. But it really doesn't matter because it's a click it one direction, click it the next direction. Turn your battery off. Okay, this is your charging lug for your NiCad. So the switch has 2 lugs, so you can actually just plug this wire into your charger. You don't have to take the battery back out. All right, guys, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to build some throttle linkage, but I just want to show you guys something. So I pulled these 2 screws out. You want to see engineering art? Look at that thing, guys. That thing is beautiful. Wow. Well, listen, we got all this throttle linkage to build. We got the instructions. I'm not going to build this on camera, but I'll get back with you guys as soon as I got this thing with throttle. All right, guys, so throttle linkage is in. I got good idle gap. If you look down there, you barely see it. There's my brakes. And more importantly, watch my throttle. I'm going to open it up, wide open. I'm going to turn it off. Fail safe. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to put some fuel in it. I'm going to set you up on a tripod. I'm going to put a pair of plugs in it, and we're going to see if hopefully both of these things run. All right, guys, so I got her warmed up pretty good. We're going to throw some Traxxas 33% in there because, again, I got a bunch of it and I'm trying to get rid of it. We're going to fire up our left side engine. We're just going to let it run, go through a heat cycle, and with any luck, she'll be good. I'm not going to pressure prime this thing because these things are kind of floppy, so I'm just going to use my tickle bottle down the carburetor. And with any luck, we'll have a runner. At least on one engine, but you know, real lucky to have be 2 runners. She's rich. I'm going to leave that driver on for a bit. Alright guys, we're just about out of that tank. Let me go and get you flipped around. We're going to do the other side. So, you guys want to hear some music? So, we're going to go ahead. I got 2 heat cycles on these things, 1 full tank on each motor. I'm going to go ahead and fill them up. And we are going to make the music. We are going to make the sound of our people. Steering check, throttle check, and brake check isn't much of anything. guys, I'm not gonna lie, man, I really like this thing. So the only thing I can left to do on it is I gotta go ahead and put the front roll bar on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint this body, because it turns out the body that was on it is not a GigaCrusher twin body. That is a GigaCrusher single, because the single does not have the air cleaner. Well, listen guys, I will see y'all on the next one. Thank you.